What is going on, guys? I wanted to make this video because Star Wars was such an important part of my childhood. My dad saw the originals growing up, introduced them to me at a young age. I even saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters and Episode 1 when it was re-released. I didn't really follow any of the comics or the books. Not as much as these die-hard Star Wars fans have when they just do deep dive videos and stuff, but I think enough to just consider myself a pretty well-rounded fan of it. So when the head honcho himself, George Lucas, sold his company to Disney in 2012, I was pretty shocked by it, as I'm sure a lot of people were. And I know he did his 6 movies and he was done, and I know more things are coming out where he wanted to continue the story. You know, Disney decided they were doing their own trilogy, and I actually liked The Force Awakens a lot. I think it's one of the better Star Wars movies, but pretty much everything after that, like, sucks. Excluding, in my opinion, Mando seasons 1 through 3. Yes, I like the third season. It's not as good as the first two, but I still enjoyed it. And I've only seen some of Andor, but what I've seen from that show is it's actually really good and solid. Ahsoka was actually pretty okay. Have not seen the Clone Wars. Heard that's really good. I only saw the animated movie that they did, and that was okay. I think Ahsoka as a character is strong. I would love to see more of her, and I'm sure we're going to see more of her. I think her show just got renewed for a second season. I'm not 100% sure on that, though, but good for her. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Everything else sucks. I haven't really been vibing with the current Disney Star Wars as of the past few years. Wow, I just thought about that. It's been years since I've actually enjoyed Star Wars, which is nuts. Like I said, the last thing I actually enjoyed was Mandalorian Season 3, and that is still the weakest out of 3 seasons. Still the weakest. But yeah, this video is just me going over why I think Star Wars is very much not in tune with their audience, and I just feel like some of the projects that they're greenlighting are just ones that we do not want to see. The Acolyte just sucked. The writing was ass, dude. Like, I could give two shits about, like, all the comics and all the fucking books that they're coming out with. I think they're all, like, prequel books, so it's, like, before The Acolyte. I don't care about any of the characters in the fucking show. They're doing a comic book for the Wookiee guy. The fuck's his name? Jedi Kalnaka? Kalnaka? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that either. Like, yes, I think he was a great part of the show. He was one of the better parts of the show, but I don't think we really need a comic book about him. The Acolyte underperformed severely. Like, it's the lowest watched Star Wars anything ever made. And the finale barely fucking got any views at all. Compared to the beginning and the end, it just was nothing. It tanked. And you would think a finale you'd get the most views because it's the finale of something. Darth Plagueis was there. Yoda showed up. Oh, I remember him. Oh, I remember him. Oh, I remember this.
Possible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Instead of making new and engaging stories, you have to bring in characters that are already existing. And that's just to keep the audience's attention. But yeah, it's just a disaster, man. It's so bad. And just the actors on that show. Like, I've seen interviews where some of the actors don't even know what fucking Star Wars is.
Literally, as a person who's outside and just a fan coming in, but if you can't look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people, I'm gonna get in trouble. Then it's just like,
and I've seen some interviews where even the creators have no clue what they're fucking doing, and they don't understand anything about Star Wars. Like, there's this one interview with, I think, one of the actors and, like, the creator, and they say that Star Wars is, like, gay or some shit.
This is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin.
Because nerds are gay.
Some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But
Yeah.
in my world, nerds are gay. I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
Are you telling me, with a straight face, that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple.
I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
Incorrect.
Which, hey, cool. If you want to put that type of stuff in your shows, movies, games, whatever, I'm sure somebody's going to look at that and be like, hey, I'm represented in this. That's great. More power to you. But when you're calling Star Wars, like, as a whole, gay, you're missing the fucking point of Star Wars. Star Wars is, yes, inclusive. It, yes, has all of these different ideologies with different people, different races, species, male, female, whatever the fuck that is. And the best part about it is it doesn't like showcase it. Like it doesn't put a spotlight on it. Like it's just part of the world. You don't have to showcase every single fucking thing. So people can be like, hey, I identify with that. Oh, there's a queer person in the show. I identify with that. Like you don't have to like push these to the top of the list where you're sacrificing story and character development because you want to make inclusivity like the main focal point. That's not how you make a good show, movie, game, whatever the fuck you're making. That's not how you do it. You have to have a great story, great characters, great setting, and then, put some of that shit in there. But that shouldn't be your main focal point. And how the actors and the creators are responding to all of the fans not liking it.
Anyone celebrating the Acolyte getting canceled? Seriously? F*** off.
Which is fucking unreal on how they're responding. Like, look at the main actress. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. I'm not even gonna fucking try to pronounce it because I don't give a fuck.
Amandla Stenberg.
Even like when the episodes were coming out and people were saying how bad it was, she made this rap song about how all the fans are racists, bigots, like they don't care about this project only because that she is a black female star, like she's the lead. It's like, no, bro, we don't care about the fucking show because the show sucks. I have friends who are diehard Star Wars fans, like that I talk to, and they said that it's just not good. Like there's some shit in the show that like retcons a bunch of junk, and it's just so it's just baffling to me. And I guess like the writers who haven't seen Star Wars were told not to see Star Wars and just to write a show, which is fucking unreal to me. That blows my mind, dude, on how a creator of a show can hire writers who have not seen anything Star Wars, don't know anything about Star Wars, is put in a position where they are writing a Star Wars show and putting it into canon. And I get the show takes place hundreds of years before everything, but you still need to think about shit that, yes, hasn't happened yet, but in reality has happened. We've seen shit happen, and now you're going back in time and fucking with the canon. It's not good. As a fan, I see that shit, I read that shit, and I'm just like, why are you fucking up Star Wars? Well, yeah, so back to this rap. She's trashing all the fans and shit because she thinks they're all fucking, conservative Trump supporter people and, just right-wingers and racists. And then there's Daphne Keane, who I personally have nothing against. I think she's a great actress. She was great in Logan, His Dark Materials, and, Deadpool and Wolverine. She was great in that. But yeah, she's in the comments, basically supporting her. Even goes as far as saying, Wokealite unite. No. Stop trying to make Star Wars anything other than Star Wars. Stop trying to push your agenda in something that already is for everybody. Growing up, everybody was talking about Star Wars. Whether you were male, female, my dog, we were all talking about Star Wars. It's not gay wars. It's not trans wars. It's not straight wars. It's everything. There's a bunch of religions in Star Wars. There's fucking the Empire, the Rebellion. There are characters that believe in one thing, and then there are other characters that believe in another. There's a bunch of different elements in Star Wars that are already existing. You got the Acolyte fans who are like, yo, if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you're just hate watching it just to hate watch it, stop watching it. And then what happens? The show gets canceled for low viewership. That's what happens when you make a shit show for almost $200 million. You get like nobody watching it except for like the Acolyte fans. Well, I don't think I've seen anything fucking Star Wars before this. It ain't on us. It's on you, big guy. And then the main actress made a little video, you know, poking the bear a little bit more on why it got canceled and how, you know, more fucking bullshit about people being, you know, racist or whatever, and how she's in her own little world.
Of course, I live in the bubble of my own reality.
Which, yeah, she is. She's in her own little world. She's fucking stupid. I think she's braiding one of her hairs for 8 minutes long. How do you do that for 8 minutes? And you're just talking shit about the fans. The fans you're talking shit about. You know, the fans that make or break your career, you're going to talk shit about them? Yeah, you know, good luck with whatever is going to get thrown your way now. Because I'm against hate at people. I'm against that shit. Where, like, you know, I'm the type of guy that I can take the actress out of the role. That's what I hated about The Last of Us Part 2. When everybody was sending death threats to Laura Bailey. And I'm like, she's not even the character. She's just the voice of the character. She doesn't even look like the character, my guy. She's just voicing the character. In this instance, though, like, if she's throwing hate at basically 98% of the Star Wars fandom, she's throwing hate at, you know, maybe she deserves a little hate back, you know what I'm saying? You know, you didn't hear from me, but, you know, maybe she deserves a little hate back, you know what I'm saying? And then I personally think Star Wars Theory said it best. He said this right here.
If people like me and YouTubers and whatnot have the power to cancel a show, then don't we have the power to make shows as well? All right, well, where's my Darth Vader show?
And I think that very statement is so fucking true. And now that he put his opinion out there on how he does not like the show, and he gives great, you know, examples and reasonings for why he doesn't like the show, all the Acolyte fans are coming out of the woodwork to terminate this guy's channel.
Actually trying to get my channel removed off YouTube by mass reporting it. Take away someone's livelihood because they don't agree with your opinion on a film. It's not even my livelihood. It's, you know, I have people that work full time that support their families, their children, through me, through Theory Sabers, through the YouTube channel. That's a next level of evil. I'll tell you that much.
It's like you can't just take him out and not see repercussions. You know what I mean? Like there's other people being screwed with other than him. If Star Wars is not listening to its fans and pushing out this garbage content, we're not going to fucking watch it. And everything you're going to push out, don't bother. Because you're just going to cancel it after one season anyway. Start making shit that we want to see. We want to play. We want to read. Start making the stuff that the fans want. You'll get a bunch of fucking money out of it. Just look at Marvel, for instance. They've been trash ever since Endgame. There's a few small little gems, but everything else has been kind of garbage. And I think Kevin Feige is realizing that, and he's trying to course correct. And hopefully the fans will come back and see the movies. And that's what I personally think Star Wars should do. They should course correct. Everything that they have planned right now that has not been set in stone, really fucking think if the fans want this. You don't think they do? Judging by all the years of insight from the fans? Fucking scrap it, dude. Get it out of here. Because right now, I think Star Wars is just not for the fans. I think canceling the Acolyte doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to start thinking about the fans. Disney is all about money, and if something is not making money, why would they keep producing shit in that series? You're not going to make money. Doesn't mean they're going to fucking listen to us now. It just means that they're going to keep shoving out shit and hoping something sticks. I hope the Skeleton Crew's good, because if that's not good, I don't know what's going to happen to Star Wars, alright? I don't know. And then they got that Daisy Ridley Rey movie coming out. Like, I give a fuck about that. Oh my god, dude. Shit, dude. I totally forgot about that until I just said it. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is this video. I just wanted to kind of just talk about Star Wars as, you know, a fan of Star Wars. I just wanted to talk about it and what the direction has been up until this point. I really hope they start listening, but with Kathleen Kennedy at the helm still, I think Star Wars is fucked for a while. There's a few games that were supposed to be coming out I haven't heard jack shit about ever since they were announced. Skeleton Crew, I hope is good. But I just wanted to make this video and just, like, let out my feelings. So, yeah. And I'll see you later. Peace.